completely honest with you. The Gacha Life fandom is kind of shit. Like, allow me to explain. You see, the Gacha Life fandom first sparked in, I think, earlier to late 2019, or somewhere in 2019. I can't remember when the game was released. Okay, Google, when was Gacha Life released?
October 20th, 2018. On the website news.otakacart.com, they say, Gacha Life came out on October 20th, 2018 on Android and Samsung, and on October 23rd, 2018 for iOS.
Okay, let me just floof the hair for power. Okay, need to floof the hair. Okay, hair has been floofed. Yeah. Okay, allow me to talk about Gacha. Now, Gacha is a community that first sparked in early 2019 and has since then gotten way worse over time. For a simple dress-up game, the community has sparked over, 500,000 members ever since the first release of the game, and is continuously growing at an alarming rate. Now, Gacha Life YouTubers, or quote-unquote Gacha-tubers, as they call themselves, they will stop at nothing to deliver the shittiest and just outright worst content on YouTube, also known as copy and paste one video. Sippity swine, that video is now mine! Now, I'm not saying that all Gacha tubers are bad. I'm just in a bad mood today, so blame me. Now, some Gacha tubers, they're actually really good, making original, actual sort of animations at more than 1 frame per second, or sorry, more than 0.5 frames per second. And now, then there's some Gacha YouTubers, or again, Gacha tubers, that are just outright cringe. For example, take Jellobug Studios, a channel that almost reached 1 million subscribers, but then stopped because it got terminated. They were making, let's say, defies YouTube rules, sexual content, and they were making sexual content, and they got mass reported, and then people were saying, why did it get deleted? Why did it get deleted? Now listen, Gacha tubers usually make these kinds of that kind of content that I mentioned. And now I'm preparing myself for a lot of hate because now I'm preparing myself for a lot of hate. I'm preparing myself for a lot of hate for one reason. Yeah, I'm gonna age restrict this video. Boom, boom. I won't need to age restrict this. No, this is a Lego gun. Now, when it comes to Gacha content, there are two types of it. Type 1, good and original content. Now, good and original content, especially on YouTube in 2020, it's very hard to come by. I'm kidding. Original content is everywhere, but in 2020, everyone copies everyone, so, yeah. Or everyone gets inspired by everyone, I should say. Anyways, when it comes to Gacha content, as I said, when it comes to Gacha content, there are two types. So if one is the Holy Grail, what's the other? Exactly. The other is complete, utter, copy and pasted bullshit. Now, if you put this one down, because this is less of the community, this is most of it. If you put this down, it just gives a good old flip off. And that should be a warning enough of you to stay out of the community. Now, as I said, I'm not saying that all Gacha tubers are bad. They're not. some actually put in a significant effort in their videos. For example, Ari Devil Darling. She made cringe compilations and she's making gacha content now, but she actually makes original shit. So subscribe to her, not me. And I may make an alt account just to promote YouTube channels that I love. I might do that. Comment if I should do that. Alright. So when it comes to the complete utter copy and paste bullshit, it just I don't really know how to explain it. Allow me to explain. Actually, I do know how to explain it. Report, community guidelines, sexual content. I get you know. I think that you know where I'm going with this. When it comes to gacha content, sexual content is number one. Why? I have absolutely no idea. Are they getting taken? Are they getting taken down? Unfortunately, no. Now, when you search up gacha cringe, you see so many fucking compilations. Now look at this. Look at this screenshot. Now look at this one. Okay, what about ooh, from the Holy Grail, baby. I'm not gonna click on that. I'm not from Alabama. I'm from Canada. Thank you. Oh, sorry, I'm from Ben. I'm from Ontario. Thank you. And when someone can compile a half an hour compilation of complete and utter bullshit, you know there's something's wrong with your community. Welcome to Tisno One, where I criticize people or communities, where I criticize fan bases based on their preferences and what kind of content they produce. This series will now be known as Cancerous Fandoms. Kidding, that's harsh. Fandoms, but it's reviewed. This is episode 1. So, when it comes to the Gacha fandom, um, it's really self-explanatory. All it is copy and pasted stories. Now you might be wondering, why are you making a video on this then? I'll tell you why. It's because when you're taking a game and content goes as far as that, where they need to release a patch update. So now whenever you start the game, you have to agree to a licensing agreement. Or not a licensing agreement, but the terms and conditions the moment you start the game. So I already started this up for a previous shot, so let me just now. If my tablet would actually work. Alright. Now on the title screen. Title screen. Now watch this. Now, now you might think, okay, well, this is probably not related to it, right? Wrong. Allow me to read you the terms and conditions. Quote, please read the following carefully before proceeding. Gacha Life is intended for players of all ages, and as such, we request that all content created, edited, and uploaded using the app is suitable for all ages. By agreeing to these terms and conditions, you shall not create, edit, or upload any material from Gacha Life that is defamatory, vulgar, or obscene, sexually suggestive, or explicit, racially, culturally, or authentically offensive, threatening, hateful, or abusive, and using inappropriate language in game may restrict you from using features such as studio mode. End quote. When they put out an agreement like this, when they put out an agreement when it's directly calling out gacha YouTubers for the shit they do most, that terms and conditions completely describes the gacha fandom in a nutshell. No matter what happens here, they will use a third-party editing software to put the characters' lines in game, and when you're still able to do this, so when you're still able to make characters like this, do you think you're really safe? No, you're not, because no fan base is safe with the sheer amount of freaking explicit content I will save from getting myself thrown out the window by YouTube's terms and conditions. Not saying I don't follow them. Now, when you can still do that in a game that's made for kids, something's wrong with you. And then again, there are people my age, and listen, I'm in my teens, so there are people who are my age creating content like this, but my age and below. You know something's wrong. What is wrong? Let me tell you. You already know what's wrong. I don't even need to explain it. Because the literal 10-year-olds are making sex videos on YouTube. You know that you've reached the bottom of the barrel, the lowest of the low, the shittiest of the shit stains. As you can tell, I'm losing faith in humanity very, very fast. And you know what? It's not my fault, because at the end of the day, it's the same content over and over again. Why am I making a video on this? It's because I have to. And frankly, I don't know. So, guess that's basically it. What do you guys think about the Gacha fandom? I don't think it's pretty good. I do not think it's good at all. Well, there is some good, just a little bit of good sprinkled in there. Like it's kind of like this. It's kind of like learning to ride a bike when you're 2 years old. The tires are deflated with no safety wheels, and the bike's on fire. The icing on the cake, though, is a little bit of good content. When you sprinkle on a little bit of good content, at least the bicycle gets a bell. Well, I mean, I'm looking at the good side of things. I usually do that. So, do you agree with me or do you disagree? Please, please, please share your opinion in the comments. I do not mind at all. But whatever you do, just don't just spit out hate like that. I want respectful comments. If you spit out hate, I might need to delete your comment, and I really don't want to do that. Uh, Now, allow me to end this video off on a positive note. If you are a Gacha tuber and if you are making content that is copy and pasted and not original whatsoever, I beg you to please start making some original content, because the moment you do, you're gonna take off and it's going to channel's gonna skyrocket. And really, if you're making Gacha content, please abide by those terms and conditions, because I don't want to see anyone thrown out the window by the developers of this app. And at the same time, please remember that all of us, people have opinions, and when it comes to opinions, you're bound to some criticism, no matter what. So, ending off on a positive note here, Gacha is not all that bad, but don't dive too deep into it, or else you're really gonna regret everything. Alright? Okay, we're good. So, this is it. This is goodbye. Roll the outro!